Hi, Pat Blocker here with the Peaceful Pause Method. Thanks for showing up today. I'm going to talk to you today about the S.I.T.T framework. It's a foundation for transformation. I've spent years working with dogs and their humans, and I've noticed something powerful that the most profound transformations happen when we integrate multiple ways of knowing. This realization led me to develop the S.I.T.T framework, and that is S.I.T.T, S-I-T-T. And that's a foundation that honors both the measurable and the mysterious in our relationships with animals. So, what is S.I.T.T? S.I.T.T stands for science, intuition, trust, and training. It's not just an acronym, it's a complete philosophy for understanding and connecting with dogs in ways that respect their intelligence, honors their emotional lives, and acknowledges the deep wisdom available when we learn to listen with more than just our ears. So let's break the S.I.T.T framework down into its 4 parts. Science. That's the foundation. Science gives us the roadmap. It tells us how dogs learn, what their body language means, and why certain approaches work while others create more problems. Through behavioral science, we understand that dogs respond to positive reinforcement, that fear doesn't teach anything useful, and what we think we're communicating isn't always what our dogs are receiving. I use science as my foundation because it works, but science alone isn't the whole picture. There's intuition, the language beneath words. Intuition is that quiet knowing with your dog, or the sudden understanding of what they need, even when logic can't explain it. Your dog's already communicating with you on levels beyond the physical. When we quiet our busy minds and tune in, we receive information that no amount of observation alone could provide. This isn't about abandoning logic, it's about expanding our capacity to receive all the information that's available to us. Then there's trust. It's the bridge. Trust is what happens when science and intuition work together. It's trusting the process, trusting your dog, and trusting yourself. When I teach clients to trust the framework, something shifts. They stop trying to control every outcome and start collaborating with their dogs. And their dogs feel that shift immediately. There's training, where philosophy meets daily life. Training is the practical application of everything we've learned through science, intuition, and trust. But here's what makes it different. Training becomes a conversation rather than a series of commands we use. I use cues instead of commands because my dogs aren't soldiers awaiting orders. They're sentient beings capable of choice, learning, and partnership. Why this framework transforms everything? When you bring all 4 elements together, something magical happens. You stop fighting your dog and start understanding them. Problems that seemed insurmountable become opportunities for deeper connection. I've watched this framework transform relationships that were hanging by a thread. I've seen aggressive dogs become confident companions, fearful dogs overcome their fears, and frustrated humans finally understand the being they share their life with. The transformation isn't just about the dog, it's about the human too. So, is it your turn to transform? If you're ready to experience what happens when science, intuition, trust, and training come together in your relationship with your dog, I invite you to go deeper. Visit my website, www.patblocker.com to learn more about the peaceful pause method and how we can work together. And if you want to fully immerse yourself in the S.I.T. framework, my book, S.I.T., Science, Intuition, Trust, Training. Dog training at the intersection where science meets spirit. It walks you through each element in detail, offering practical applications along with the philosophy that makes this approach so transformative. It's available for purchase on my website, and that's a resource that you'll be able to return to again and again as you build your relationship with your dog. The transformation is waiting. All you have to do is sit.